Well, good news for Tennessee students as they are showing improvements on statewide standardized testing this year. TCAP scores improved as much as 3.9% overall. State Capitol reporter Tori Gessner explains.
It's a high-stress test with higher stakes. But this year's TCAP test results show students are improving across the state.
The students did the work and the teachers did their job.
According to the results, 3rd through 8th graders showed improvements in every subject. Proficiency in math increasing across all grade levels. Improvements overall ranging from 0.4% to almost 4% better this year compared to last.
It just demonstrates the important role that math and reading play. You know, it's going back to the basics, blocking and tackling, reading, writing, and arithmetic. The big things that we've got to focus in on, they're starting to pay off for Tennessee. And I think you're seeing some of that.
The TCAP, especially critical for 3rd and 4th graders. That's thanks to a controversial 3rd grade retention law that went into effect in 2023 that puts students who don't pass the reading portion of the test at risk of being held back. This year, 41.7% of 3rd graders scored at least proficient on the English language arts section of the TCAP, compared to 40.9% last year. 47.7% of 4th graders passing the same portion. Some educators say it's a sign students are bouncing back from COVID and investments in reading are finally producing results.
Chrissy Haslam, people forget the first lady at the time. That was her whole 8 years as first lady was an emphasis on reading. I mean, you know, Dolly Parton, the Imagination Library. I mean, we have pushed reading in our state, and I think it's beginning to really start to pay off.
40.9% of students in all grades scoring proficient in reading, 39.1% proficient in math. But educators say they won't stop until every student passes the test.
The question still becomes, are we doing it right? Can we make adjustments to do adaptable testing, to adjust where kids are, and keep an emphasis on, I think growth is important and proficiency is important. Both are really critical to measure. So I think it's an important fact to keep it going.
Reporting in Nashville, I'm Tori Gessner.
Now, the worst scores in the state came from 8th graders on their English test. Only 29% scored proficient or higher. 7th graders didn't fare much better in English, where only 34% met the mark. 7th grade social studies and 4th grade science were the only two categories in which more than half of students were proficient.